Hi guys, who are we with?
We're with Charlie Dupèe.
Oh man, I think everyone should have seen your feature match by now.
My feature match was actually quite amazing. I normaled Ash Blossom, made Beatrice, passed, and won.
Yeah, that happened. All right, let's. So what is this goo right
So this 60 card beauty that I'm holding in my hands is B.A, Danger, ORCUST, Phantom Knight, Neospatian, everything.
Oh man.
Yeah.
And what place did you end up with?
I don't know my exact place, but I ended up bubbling at X4. That was unfortunate.
Okay, so if you didn't lose the last round, you would have.
Yes.
Gotcha. Nice.
Yeah. Because the X3 one was the lowest top.
Yeah. Okay. Disclaimer: he did make day 2, in case you're wondering.
I did make day 2.
And he just happened to bubble the last round. Anyways, without further ado, let's get right into this.
Okay, so first card in the deck, 3 Harpor. It's an ORCUST card. You draw it, you discard it, you make Redoer. You gotta play 3. You want to see it. You want to mill it off Dante. Actually, that's really good. Mill 3 off Dante. Mill Redoer. Or buff Harpor.
That sounds broken. How many times did you do that?
Twice. I think I did it in the feature match, but that might have been the match after that.
Oh man.
ORCUST Nightmare. You play 2, mainly because you draw it, you lose. If you're only playing 1. If you draw it and discard it, you are officially pro. Like if you summon Mermaid and discard it, you're officially pro. So that's basically what this does. It doesn't do anything like that useful. Helps your grind game too if you have to. 1 symbol. Don't play 2. It's not worth playing. Stop flicking it around. You don't need it if you're playing the deck right. You can just recycle it. You can move it around everywhere. You can manage your banished. Manage your banished. Doesn't do anything. World 1, it makes Redoer. It's like all it does. You can also, if Babble's up, you can on damage step activate ORCUST Nightmare, send World 1, boost by 8, kill your opponent. That's fun. The dangers, we played 1 Mothman to make Redoer if we drew Jackalope. I never made it. I never summoned Mothman. I would still play it though. It worked in testing. 3 Tsuchinoko, 3 Jackalope, 3 Nessie. You gotta play these. If you're not playing these, this deck isn't gonna run as smoothly as it needs to. Like, the real problem with this deck is you end up discarding a lot. So what you want to do is you want to be able to remove those discard costs and get level 3s out of it. And then also you end up like normaling Ash Blossom, like in the feature match, and then you have to have a level 3 to clean it up. So these are very, very necessary. Don't even try the BA build without them. It won't go well. Tour Guide. So Tour Guide is a card that gives you the entire Beatrice combo with 4 cards in hand. 1 card wins the game immediately. Graph, Seer. These are the combo pieces. You need these to actually like make the deck function to make Beatrice. You make Cherubini, send Graph effect, summon Seer, overlay into Dante with something else, and then you do the shenanigans.
By the way, I just realized this. How many cards are you playing?
I am playing 60. I said it earlier.
Oh my god, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. You're good.
Yeah, no, you're fine. So, the card that popped off the least, I resolved it 1 time, Scarm. Yeah, I mean, it's okay. It's not bad. It's just I only resolved it once because I special summon it a lot. Because you're playing 2, so you draw it a lot. So I special summon it like 5 times. 2 Calcap. This is the best BA, in my opinion. Actually, I lied. That's just a fact. This thing, I resolved it twice, and every time I did it, won me the game. You like special summon it once, and then later you end up sending the other one to bounce it back row, and you just go in for the OTK.
But
it's like light stage.
Man, that's
yeah, it's powerful.
It seems pretty good. All right, do you think this will become the new standard coming up, or?
It could. It might not. Some people might not want to play it. It's kind of interesting, but I do like it. It probably should become the new standard.
Alright.
2, Farfa. This is how you break boards. You send it off. You send Graph, summon this, and then banish things. Breaks the board, lets you OTK, does stuff like that. Lets you break the Danger Thunder board. This deck can just break the board. It just does it. Libic. If there was one I was going to cut down to 1, it would be this one. But I don't really see a reason to. Maybe to play Kagna or something, because I didn't play Kagna. But, I mean, it summons one. It's pretty nice. It doesn't really do anything special, though. Alich, you use this to play around Lancia when you're trying to activate Mine against Danger Thunder, because what you'll do is you'll send Alich, then Alich effect targeting Harbinger. They can't Lancia you there. You activate the Mine, and then you crash your Cherubini away, and now you have Mine up, and they deck out, because it's Danger Thunder. The 2 names, I resolved this in the feature match, and it actually popped off because it let me activate a lure and draw into things because I didn't have a dark target in hand. This one puts a BA on top of your deck if you don't know what it does. This one's a tuner. It does nothing, and I play it as a name. I used it once. I won the game. So for the Phantom Knights, I played 2 boots and 1 cloak. My reasoning here was I'm gonna mill 3 off Dante. Sometimes I don't, depending on what I'm playing against. But if I mill the boots when I mill 3 off Dante, then I can't play if I'm only playing these 2, right? But if I mill the boots while I'm playing both of them, it's fine. I mill the cloak, it's fine. I just send the boots and then add the boots with the cloak. It's fine. You need to be playing 2 boots because otherwise you'll mill 1 boot and then have 2 cloak and just lose the game. So 3 Neospace Connector. Summons Aqua Dolphin, eats hand traps, makes Redoer if you already have Cherubini up. And now for the card that overperformed the most in the entire deck. 2 Aqua Dolphin.
Oh my god.
I thought I saw playset for a second.
Why did you play 2 of this card?
Because my theory was that I have to assume that when I summon Connector, right, it's getting hand trapped, okay? So if I want a level 3, I have to be summoning the Aqua Dolphin. And then I realized that 99% of the time, this is only good if you have a danger anyway, because it eats a hand trap either way, and then you danger. But like, if I just normal this, discard Tsuchinoko, I've eaten a hand trap out of their hand. It can kill Ash and deal 500 burn without losing to the Ash Blossom, right? It forcibly discards Nessie if I need to do that, so I will get a level 3 instead of a level 7. And it's a level 3, so I can make Cherubini win the game. It might not have been correct, but it was very useful. I drew the second one, which is this one. They're 2 different rarities. I did that specifically so I could tell if I was drawing the second one. I drew the second one 5 times out of the 7 that I drew it. Yes, I drew this way too much. Last monster I played was 3 Ash, one of them super. I don't really know why. I was gonna play all commons, but I couldn't find a 3rd common. For the spells, we have Rhoda, Foolish. This one, you send the World Wand, make Redoer, win the game. It also lets you extend through hand traps if you get hand trapped. Rhoda,
Or bait.
Or bait, yeah. And then also you can activate Foolish to send Alich, negate Harbinger, activate Mine, you win instantly. You send Alich, not Farfa, you don't want to get Lancia. Activate Rhoda, search Aqua Dolphin. I've done that like 4 times today.
Oh my god.
Because they never asked the Rhoda. 1 Babble, lets you get a double pop, win the game. 3 Twin Twister, 1 side by DZ, 1 side by Blade, 1 side by Simo, that's pretty cool, at least. Pop everything in the back row, shut them down, go in for the kill, stop Mystic Mine. I played Mine once and never drew Twin Twister and I still won. Probably Grave, 3 of it. Hand traps, man. Hand traps will eat this deck alive. That's why I played like 9 cards to play through hand traps. Allure of Darkness. It's a 60 card build. I wanted consistency. I wanted to see all my cards. I wanted to dig a lot for my side options. I sided this out a lot because people side in Lancia and then shotgun it, and then you're like, well, I can't use this now.
I guess not running Desires because it could hurt your deck.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's fine. It works. 3 Fogblade. It's a 60 card build, and I mill it off Dante every 10 minutes. So I wanted 3, just because if I milled it, it wouldn't be a problem. The 1 Brigandy. Makes Redoer, you win the game. If you resolve the Redoer combo, you're winning the game. It's basically what it is. And the Crescendo for when you think your opponent's going to evenly match you. That's like the only reason I use it. Or when you know they have Twister in hand.
Okay, so I gotta ask you a question before we move to the extra side. How come you did not play the Trick Stars? Because I know that would be obviously a really popular engine this week.
Okay, so the reason I didn't play Trick Stars was mainly they weren't level 3, and I could just play 2 Calcab if I wanted to bounce back row, like stop a back row. Also, I had a 3% brick rate with this, and I felt that was fine, so I didn't need any other extenders in it. That was mainly the reason. Unfortunately, it means I couldn't play any field spells. I thought that the Roid field spell let you search Terror Top, but it turns out you can't summon from the extra deck the same turn you use it, so that's unfortunate. So I was thinking about playing that for a minute. The extra deck, played Cherubini, Dante, Beatrice, make this, send Graph, summon Seer.
Here, do you want to flip them around?
Yeah. Send Graph, summon Seer. Make Dante, do things, summon it back, make Beatrice, you win the game pretty fast right there. One Unicorn, definitely play this. It lets you break the Danger Thunderboard, because what you'll do is you'll do Cherubini, send Graph, they won't negate that because they never negate that. You summon the Farfa, you link off, you do Unicorn 1 targeting something, Farfa 2, now you've broken the Danger Thunderboard. Phoenix to out problem cards, outed a mine with it once. I think that was like the only card I actually killed with it. I summoned it a few times to make Moral Sword. I summoned it in the feature to make Moral Sword, I think. Cerberus for the combo, mainly. I think I resolved it once. Doesn't really do anything. Mermaid, summons ORCUST Nightmare, lets you do your plays, gets Ash every single game, and then you Beatrice pass and win.
How come you don't run 2 Mermaid?
Because I ran out of extra deck space. I also don't run Purple Dante. I don't want to run Purple Dante mainly because nobody destroys this card. It just doesn't happen. And I ran out of extra deck space, so like one person destroyed it, and I was like, cool.
Yeah,
I didn't have zones anyway.
Mention it, it does look really tight the extra deck.
Yeah, it's so tight. Yeah, you have to play like 4 cards for the engine. And then we have this card that wins the game. You attach, you protect, you send, you pop with Bardiche. You can overlay onto Bardiche, and then Bardiche won this too. Pop Phantasme. Phantasme is completely useless against this deck. Only 2 Galatea. The third didn't fit, I never needed it, it never comes up, I only play 2 targets, there's no reason for me to play a third. My replacement for the third Galatea was the Longusu. It shuffles things back, it sends things away, it outs Wolf a lot, because they always have Wolf pointing at something, so it's always linked, so no matter where you put this, you win. I don't know how that happened. Rusty Bardiche. You win the game with it. This is like the card that makes you win the game. You get 2 Fog Blades, you pop everything, gives you the double pop chance, lets you make Redoer. This is the heart and soul of the deck. You want to hit this deck, hit this, and then I'll make Beatrice. Time Thief Redoer. This card is so good. This card is actually so good. This card, non-targeting removal, banishes itself, dodges, attacks, triggers Bardiche, does everything you need to do in a card, right there, level 4. Steals cards from your opponent, occasionally gets draws, wins against Striker. Actually, yeah, it wins against Striker. It outs mine, too. If you have this up, they can't mine you, because you drop mine, you chain this. Boral Sword. Win the game. This is how you win the game. You drop Boral Sword, you deal 6,000 damage, you attack, you win the game. It's pretty great.
Ever feel like you missed Borreload?
No. Borreload sucks. In my side deck, we had the Radians. I side this against Salamangreat and against Striker. I didn't play against Striker, unfortunately, because this deck is literally, you can't beat it with Striker. It will never happen. Unless they go first and or resolve mine, but usually that doesn't happen, because I just play it correctly. This, you side like against everything. It's like one of the best cards in the game right now. You summon it, destroy something, deal a pop, attack, turn it in defense mode to attack with Boral Sword, win the game pretty easily. It's a really good card. You should play it if you're not playing it. 3 red reboots. Shout out to my man Daniel for lending me these for the event. I think I had some, but I couldn't find them, so he came in clutch. This card won me 4 matches. I just they Salamangreat goes first. You go red reboot. They go, oh, I cry. And then you also sided against ORCUST because like ORCUST sets up like 3 traps if they know you're going second because they think you're going to evenly them, and then you just bait out the crescendo and red reboot and you win the game. And people don't see that coming, so. I didn't play any field spells in the main, so I just played 3 Mystic Mine. Still worked. I drew it against Danger Thunder, activated it, and the guy literally went, oh, I guess I lose. Those were his exact words. That was pretty fun. Lancia. Side this in the mirror, sided against Danger Thunder. If Frogs ever comes up, you sided against that too. I sided it once because it was against Cyber Dragons for no other reason than evenly matched, and it actually worked. So that was pretty funny.
Oh, nice.
All right, one last question.
Yes.
How did you feel about your combo matchup? Because it seems like you weren't that afraid with your hand trap counts.
Combo matchup, the main thing is that with Farfa, Alich, and Unicorn, you can pretty much always resolve all 3 of those. And then if you do, you've literally outed the entire Danger Thunder board. And then in the side deck, you have win against combos, win against combos, win against combos. This card's good to break boards. One problem I had was Pendulum. Every Pendulum I fought, I lost. Unbeatable with the build I played. I did not think that I was going to fight Pendulum. I did not prepare for it. If I prepared for it, I could have beaten it. I did not think it was coming up, and I fought it twice, lost twice. That's what I lost to in the bubble. That was unfortunate.
Oh man, any shout outs?
Yes, shout out to my man Min back in Gainesville. The original Giga Chad went like 7-0 at YCS Atlanta, and then we all lost because my other teammate did badly. He was the inspiration for me to win today, so I won. Shout out to my sister's boyfriend Corey because I left my deodorant at home and I'm not getting those game losses. He gave it some to me. That was pretty great. Shout out to the tournament organizers for allowing us to play this amazing event. It's ran pretty well. Not perfectly, I might add. They did the DZ thing with the structure deck tournament again, where they used a different structure deck than they said they were going to. But other than that, event ran really well, so shout out to the organizers for doing that. And yeah, that's about it.
All right, thank you so much.
Oh wait, one more shout out, sorry. Shout out to my sister for actually buying me the cards to play Yu-Gi-Oh!
All right, thank you so much for the deck profile, and we hope to see you soon.